Ever stared at a blinking cursor in a LinkedIn message box, the digital equivalent of a blank wall, unsure what to say? The pressure mounts, doesn't it? You want to make a connection, but the words just won't come. Or felt your heart race as you're suddenly thrust into a virtual breakout room with a collection of unfamiliar faces, each a potential contact, each a potential source of awkward silence? The clock is ticking and you know you need to say something. The pressure to be interesting, witty, and insightful, to leave a lasting impression in mere minutes, and professional can feel overwhelmingly daunting. It's enough to make anyone want to hide under the covers. This is networking dread. That familiar knot in your stomach. The fear that you have nothing valuable to add to the conversation. That your contributions will fall flat. Or that you'll sound foolish and be judged for it. So most of us stay silent, hoping to blend into the background. Keep our cameras off, avoiding eye contact and the potential for scrutiny, and as a result, let countless opportunities slip by, unseen and unrealized. We hope our skills and qualifications alone will magically get us noticed and propel us forward, but in today's interconnected world, that's rarely enough to stand out from the crowd. Here's the truth. The secret that many successful people know: networking isn't about being the loudest, most extroverted, or most charismatic person in the room. It's a skill, just like any other, that you can learn and develop, and it's deeply rooted in the science of human connection and understanding. You don't need to change your core personality or pretend to be someone you're not. Just learn to use a few powerful, scientifically backed hacks to unlock your inner communicator and build genuine rapport. Imagine having a simple, reliable formula for starting conversations with anyone, anywhere, effortlessly turning those awkward silences into easy, flowing chats that leave both you and the other person feeling energized and connected. What if you could master the art of active listening, making someone feel truly heard, understood, and valued, so they remember you and the conversation long after the call or meeting has ended, creating a lasting positive impression? In this guide, I'll break down the science behind confident conversations, revealing the secrets to building strong, meaningful connections. We'll turn that feeling of dread and anxiety into genuine excitement and anticipation for your next networking opportunity. So, let's begin the journey together, transforming you from frozen with fear to absolutely fantastic at networking. Meet Chloe, a bright and ambitious young woman carving her own path in the world of freelance design. She's got the talent, the drive, and the creative spark, but like many freelancers, she faced a common challenge. Chloe is a talented freelance designer, pouring her heart and soul into every project, meticulously crafting each design to perfection. Her portfolio is a testament to her skills, showcasing a range of creative styles and innovative ideas. But despite her polished portfolio, she had few clients. The phone wasn't ringing, and emails remained unanswered. The feast or famine cycle of freelancing was starting to take its toll, leaving her feeling frustrated and uncertain about her future. She hated networking. The thought of pitching herself to strangers, making small talk, and handing out business cards filled her with dread. Chloe believed her work should speak for itself. She preferred to let her designs do the talking, confident that her talent would eventually attract the right clients. She found solace in the quiet focus of her work, pouring her energy into creating exceptional designs. One day, while scrolling through LinkedIn, she saw a creative director post about the power of branding. The post resonated with her, sparking a new idea. Instead of asking for a job, which was her initial instinct, she paused. She knew a different approach was needed. Chloe decided to send a genuine message. A message that wasn't about self-promotion, but about connection. "Hi Mark, I loved your post on emotional branding, it really hit home. The point about color theory is something I've been exploring too. I found it fascinating how colors can evoke such strong emotions and influence brand perception. No pitch, no resume attached, no hard sell. It was just a real comment, a thoughtful observation from one creative professional to another." Mark replied, genuinely curious about her ideas and her perspective on the topic. They exchanged thoughts on design trends, debated the merits of different branding strategies, and shared their experiences in the creative industry. Weeks later, Mark's company found themselves in a bind. They needed a talented designer for a big, high-profile project, and they needed one fast. He remembered Chloe and their insightful conversation. He remembered the thoughtful designer who started a real conversation, not just another sales pitch. That one message led to a call, an invitation to discuss the project in more detail. This led to a trial project, a chance for Chloe to showcase her skills and prove her worth. and ultimately a contract worth over £50,000, a life-changing opportunity. Chloe's career changed dramatically, her freelance business taking off in ways she hadn't imagined. It wasn't solely because of her impressive portfolio, although that certainly played a role. It was because of an authentic connection, a genuine human interaction that transcended the typical networking experience. The lesson here? Real conversations open doors, creating opportunities you never thought possible. You don't need to sell yourself relentlessly, or pretend to be someone you're not. Just start a genuine dialogue, share your thoughts, and listen to others. Networking is about being human, not perfect, about building relationships, not just collecting contacts. One message, one genuine connection, can change everything, transforming your career and opening doors to a brighter future. Chloe's story proves that in freelancing, connections matter more than credentials. Your skills get you noticed, but relationships get you chosen. Clients want to hire people they know, like, and trust, not just the most qualified. A polished resume can't guarantee trust, but a warm, authentic interaction can. Every conversation is a chance to plant a seed for future work. The goal isn't to get a job from every chat, but to build a web of allies who'll think of you when opportunities arise. Referrals from trusted sources are more powerful than cold applications. Shift your mindset. Networking isn't a transaction, it's a connection. Move from pitching to conversing. Be curious, be yourself, and listen. This builds trust. The ultimate freelance currency. Your relationships will bring you more work and better clients than a perfect resume ever could. Focus on connection, not perfection. That's how you build a sustainable freelance career. Why does networking feel so nerve-wracking? It's science. In high-stakes social moments, your brain triggers a threat response. The amygdala floods you with stress hormones, making your mind go blank. Sweaty palms, racing heart, rambling speech, it's your body's fight or flight kicking in. You might ask dull, closed questions or struggle to keep the conversation going. The fear of being forgettable adds pressure to be impressive, which only makes you freeze more. But here's the secret. You don't become memorable by being the smartest in the room. You become memorable by making others feel smart, interesting, and heard. Networking isn't about dazzling people. It's about making them feel valued. Understanding this rewires your brain's response. It's not about you. It's about them. That's the first step to confident conversations. We've all been there, haven't we? That moment in a conversation when your mind suddenly goes blank, leaving you scrambling for something to say. It's a common experience, and it can be particularly nerve-wracking in professional settings. But don't worry, here's a practical hack for when your mind goes blank. It's called the last three words trick. It's a simple yet incredibly effective technique to keep the conversation flowing smoothly, even when you feel like you're drawing a blank. The core of this trick is active listening. Really listen to what the other person says, and as they speak, mentally pick out their last 2 or 3 words. These words become your conversational springboard, and repeat them back as a question. This simple act transforms you from a potentially floundering conversationalist into an engaged and interested listener. For example, if someone says, "I'm working on a huge project," perhaps detailing their latest undertaking, you reply, "A huge project," with a slight upward inflection, turning it into a genuine question. This subtly invites them to elaborate on what they just said, giving you valuable time to gather your thoughts, effectively taking the pressure off you to come up with something brilliant on the spot. Beyond just buying you time, it also shows you're actively listening and engaged in the conversation, and gives your brain that crucial extra moment to process the information and formulate a thoughtful response. People love to feel heard and understood. It's a fundamental human desire, and this simple trick subtly makes them feel important and valued in the interaction. The beauty of this technique is its versatility. Use it anywhere, during those sometimes awkward Zoom calls, in your LinkedIn messages when you're trying to build connections online, or even in those spontaneous in-person chats you have throughout the day. It's like a conversational safety net, always there to catch you when you need it, keeping things flowing naturally and preventing those dreaded lulls in the conversation. Ultimately, it's a powerful tool for not only keeping the conversation going, but also for making you a more thoughtful and engaging listener. So try it the next time you find yourself stuck in a conversational rut. You'll be genuinely amazed at how well this simple technique works to keep the conversation alive and engaging. The last 3 words trick is more than just a hack. It's your secret weapon against awkward silences and those moments of conversational panic. It's remarkably simple to implement, incredibly effective in its results, and instantly builds rapport with the person you're speaking to, fostering a stronger connection. So, give it a go in your next conversation, and watch your conversations transform from potentially awkward encounters into engaging and meaningful interactions. Want better conversations? Ditch closed questions and use open prompts. Instead of, "Are you enjoying the conference?" ask, "What's been the most interesting talk you've attended?" Open prompts invite stories and opinions, making chats richer and more memorable. People love to talk about what excites them. Next, give real specific compliments. Instead of "great work," say, "I loved your article on project management. Your done list tip was brilliant." Specific compliments show you're paying attention and value their expertise. Combine open prompts with genuine compliments to build instant rapport. This makes you memorable and turns simple chats into lasting professional relationships. Thoughtful questions and real praise are your networking superpowers. In virtual meetings, your digital body language matters as much as your words. Slow down your speech. It signals confidence and makes you easier to understand. Use soft eye contact. Look at the camera when making a point, but relax your gaze when listening. A gentle smile signals warmth and approachability. Sit up straight, keep your hands visible, and use open gestures. Avoid crossing your arms or checking your phone. Give your full attention. These cues build trust and engagement, even through a screen. Mastering digital body language aligns your nonverbal and verbal messages. It helps you make a positive, lasting impression online. In freelancing, strong digital presence is non-negotiable. Show up with confidence and people will remember you. The best networkers focus on giving, not getting. Instead of asking, "What can this person do for me?" ask, "How can I help them?" Offer value. Share a useful article, a helpful tool, or make a relevant introduction. Small acts of generosity build trust and goodwill. Helping others makes you memorable and positions you as a valuable connector. When you give, people want to help you in return. It's the law of reciprocity. A giver's mindset transforms networking into community building. Your reputation as a helpful, trustworthy professional attracts clients. The more you give, the more you receive. We've covered the psychology of awkwardness, practical hacks, and the power of authentic connection. Now it's your turn to act. This week, try the last 3 words trick in a real conversation. Notice how it changes the dynamic. Share your experience. What worked? What surprised you? Remember, every confident networker started as a beginner. The difference is practice and courage. You have the tools and the science. The next breakout room or LinkedIn message is your opportunity. Don't aim for perfection, just be brave enough to try. Every conversation is a chance to improve. Your freelance career grows one authentic connection at a time. I can't wait to hear about your progress.